YouTube, Electric Adventures here, or Scruffy Electric Adventures. Long weekend down here, yeah, I was sick a few days last week and been busy doing production, so sorry for my lack of video output, but I thought I'd have a go at a bit of a project. This is for the Colecovision, one of my favourite systems. It only has a couple of little components, and I'll give you details down below where you can go see these. So a little PCB, which is designed to go into a Colecovision. So this is a Colecovision, a do-it-yourself Colecovision Multicart, called a PiColeco. It's using a Raspberry Pi PICO, not an official one. You need to use the clone one, which I'll link down below. This PCB, which there's a BOM you can order from PCBWay. Well, it's pretty easy. And all it requires is the PICO and a diode, and optionally a reset button here. I don't currently have a reset button at the moment, but it does work without having to put the reset button on there. So a single little diode, there's no way that's going to be in focus, and a purple Raspberry Pi PICO. Just this little tiny thing here. Very hard to see, not very big, and definitely needs to be this purple one. Once again, I'll put a link to where you can get them. It has a little reset switch here, which we'll get into more later. It comes with two header pins sets, and you put those through the PCB like that, solder it along the bottom, and then the Raspberry Pi PICO goes over the headers like that. So it becomes, fairly slim form factor. You need to trim some of the pins off the back, put the diode on, and check all your soldering, and then hook it up to a computer. A simple little process just to load the software on there, and then it'll pop up with another folder, and you can load your ROM files on there. The menu is fairly simple at this stage, and there are some limits on how you do the file names. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the process of setting one up, and just take you through it. So, because it's very good that the person's put this together, but sometimes some of the instructions are missing on how to do the bits in between. So I thought I'd just do a guide on how to do it, and we'll see how we go. Now I will flip to a bit of soldering here. It's not my best soldering work, and these pins are very finicky and close together, so please don't judge me. But here we go, a soldering montage, and then we'll fire it up on the computer for the first time. so here we go. I have the board soldered on. I did have to get, those pins are very difficult to get right, so you need to hook up your USB whilst holding this button here. See the little button there? Right, so I press and hold that, plug the cable in. Right, now it comes up with, just looks like another drive, but we get our PiColeco build, which you download off the repository, and all you do is you drag and drop it in there, and the unit reflashes itself in program and is now reprogrammed. So this is now the contents of our flash drive. We can have a look at that and see the properties. So it's a normal fat volume and 15 megabytes, which is heaps. Now the key thing is we've got to make sure that we have the short file names. Right, so now let's put some ROMs on there. Got some Colecovision Experience ones here, we'll chuck those on. And some opcode. You don't have to change the extensions or anything like that. Main thing, you just need to make sure that the entire title, including the extension, is less than 32 characters. Well, that's what the instructions on the site say, so we just need to go in here and check a few. So as an example, this Armageddon one, something like that. Battleship Clack. Yeah, see, that one's not going to work. We'll leave it on there and see what happens when we load it up in the console. Alright. And we've got some games with opcode there. Oh, okay, it's just one. I meant Pixelboy, that's right. We'll chuck Pixelboy ones on there. Oh, there we go. We've actually used up too much space now. For the whole Pixelboy directory, which is understandable. And I suppose the idea is you make some directories of letters, just otherwise the menu is going to get too long. So let's grab all our B's. Chuck those on there. Now some of those have got very long titles. Sorry, a couple of those I selected weren't downloaded off my OneDrive. So yeah, we just need to, I won't touch the extensions, I'll just rename a few, repeats. You probably just need to spend a little bit of time tidying up. Alright, we'll tidy up a couple there, and then we'll go give it a try in the system, just to see what it does with some of the longer titles. A little bit of a clean up there, so yeah, probably do need to come and you know, give all these a bit of a clean. Those ones. I think that's the wrong one. That's the prototype one. I've got a complete list of ROMs here. That's for trouble if you don't play with them often. Alright, we've done a little bit of cleaning up, so what we'll do is we'll go over and plug it into the Coleco and give it a go. Right, so here we go. First power on test. Right, not quite. Well, we get the boot up logo. Sorry about my capture thing getting in the way. Right, so we've got our different directories. We've got my B directory that I made. And yeah, it's handled those longish tiles, and notice the ones that it can't handle, it skips. And it's having a bit of a conniption there. Let's have a look at the Colecovision Experience Club. You know, it's handling some quite long names, okay. Right, so you do need... Okay, you press to the right to go to the next page. So that's not too bad, and B to go back. So that's working with the titles quite well. There you go, we'll try one of my titles. Okay, didn't quite work. Press reset. So, but it's not my first go. So sometimes you need to reset the console to get the game to boot. Occasionally it doesn't load up on its own. So it seems to work quite well. Alright, I'll turn it off and on again. Right, so we'll just try one of the original games. There we go. No trouble at all. Now I need to find one of the reset button I can add, because that, you know, saves me having to turn my machine off and on again all the time when you want to change games. If I just press reset on the console, you're just resetting the current ROM that you have. And my stupid capture card thing. So, alright, we'll go back to the main menu. Right, we'll have a look through what else we've got in here. Oh, we were already in there, weren't we? Too many games. Oh, this is one of my favourites. No, that one didn't work. Right, let's try another title. Right, try another one of the original games. There we go, that's worked. So I don't seem to have any problem with 32K ROMs. They seem to work very well. Absolutely love this game. going to go back and try one of the other games that I know is a large game. Now, I did have a lot of trouble soldering these pins on this cartridge, so if I'm still encountering some issues, it might actually be because of my soldering skills more than anything. So let's try. I know R-type's a big one. Yep, and we get this screen up again. So leave it with me. I'm going to run the soldering iron over all the pins and just see whether that's a problem. So back again. I've done a bit of experimentation. I cut off the pins off the back to make them short, resoldered it all, touched the shoulders on the front just to see if it makes any difference, and the same games don't load. So it may have some compatibility issues, but it still does load quite a few games. So original games it doesn't seem to have too much of a trouble with. And in a way older games as well. I'm just going to try. I am basically picking games at random here. Occasionally you get a little loading error like that, and pressing reset will start the game, and other games will just go straight in, and I've never actually loaded this version, but this is in the Coleco Experience Library. And it seems to work. So I do believe there might be a little bit of problem with some of the larger games at the moment, but the device is obviously completely upgradable, so I may have a little look at how the firmware is put together myself and the menu, and see if I can improve some things myself. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this look at this, very cheap. You can do this for about $10–11 SD multicard for the Colecovision. Alright, I'm on Atariage Adventures. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.